Students, today lecture is based on electricity and magnetic and heating effect of current. So first, let's start the effects of current. You can easily understand it as whenever a current is passed through a metallic wire, then it may it may produce heating or magnetic effect, and these effect can be used to this effect can be made a basis for working of many appliances in our home. You can see here there are some appliances which are shown here on your screen, and these appliances are based on heating effect of current. Okay, these are electric press, electric heater, electric bulb. They all are containing high resistant wire, metallic wire, which passing electricity got heat up and will glow and gives heating. That iron is used to press the cloth, while electric heater is undergo heating and can be used for the cooking purposes, and that electric bulb having tungsten filament, which is of very high resistance and produce heat and glow. Come to the next, there are certain appliances also that present at our home which work on the magnetic effect. These are electric fan. You can see here there is a center circular path part of the fan which contain electromagnet, and as we switch on the button and there is electricity comes from that end, that fan start rotating. As similar in our clock was a wall clock, we use batteries at the backside of that clock. That battery provide the electricity, and because of that, a small magnetic field will generated which rotate minute hand, hour hand, and second hand. So this is all are about appliances which is based on electric and magnetic. Okay, let me uh, explain in detail heating effect of current, the mathematical part of this Joule-Thomson effect. Okay, as we observe, as the scientists observe, the name of the scientist is Thomson, Joule-Thomson. So basically, you can see here, A's current pass through the metallic wire, it convert into, it become heat up. That means electricity, the work that is carried out by electric current is always converted into heat. So we can formulate the formula, or we got a statement. The heat produced during passing electricity in the wire is a kind of work that done by current. On the behalf of this statement, we can write W is equal to Q is this is electrical work. And as we know, this Q is the charge, amount of charge that pass through during that work. So we know that Q is equal to IT. By putting this Q is equal to IT, we got work or heat is equal to VIT. Okay, come to the next. As we know from Ohm's law, V is equal to IR. By replacing this V with the help of IR, so we got a final expression for the Joule-Thomson effect for heating. So heat is equal to, it is a kind of energy, random form of energy. So heat is equal to I square RT. I square, that means the amount of heat produced is directly proportional to square of current and directly proportional to resistance of the wire and the time of passing electricity through the wire. So this is all are about the Joule-Thomson effect. There are a lot of numerical which may be formed on this effect. I include one of the numerical at the end of this lecture. So you have to complete it your own. One is another topic is electric power. So whenever this power is come, that means it brings times in upon section. Time must be there. So the rate at which, if rate is there, then time factor will also be there. Okay, you can see here the rate at which electric energy dissipate or consume, that is called electric power. If you see the expression, that power is equal to, I elaborate this, you can see here, uh, you can see here, as we know that the power is equal to W by T. That means the rate of doing work is called power. In classical physics, the rate of doing work is called power. So what about the power? A rate of doing work. The rate term is there, and as we know that is W can be generated with the help of QV. As you already written is QV, or V is equal to. Finally, we got a expression for the heat, that is VIT. Okay. Finally, we got a, as you know that the W is equal to VIT. So we can read again. Okay, you can see here power is equal to somewhat rate of doing work, rate at which electric energy is dissipated for work. So you can see here from our previous slide, we find that Q is equal to the VIT. That means VIT, yani voltage, current, and time. So using this equation, power is equal to W by T. By replacing this W by VIT, so VIT divided by T. T cancel out the T and gives VI. From Ohm's law, we can replace this V with the help of IR. So we go to I square R. Okay, and that expression becomes V square. So these are the different expression for the electric power. Now, in which unit electric power measure? So the answer is watt. What is the unit of electric power? Okay, so 1 watt is equal to 1 volt. This unit can be derived from that expression P is equal to VI. So the unit of power is watt, that is 1 watt. Voltage is 1 volt. Potential difference, that is 1 volt. Current is 1 ampere. So unit become 1 watt is equal to 1 volt multiplied with the 1 ampere. Now there is a very good question which always come into examination, that how much energy is equivalent to 1 kilowatt hour. Basically, what is 1 kilowatt hour? 1 kilowatt hour is a unit in which our electricity consumption is measured in our electric meter. Okay. At the end of the every month, electrician is come into our house and read the reading of the meter, electric meter. And that reading can see on your electric meter the reading is always written in a kilowatt hour manner. So consumption of electricity that is always measured in the help of kilowatt hour. So today we calculate the energy equivalent to 1 kilowatt hour. This is a basic expression you can see here. 1, that means 1 kilo means 10 to the power 3 or 1000. W is your watt, that is written here. Hour is equal to 3600 second, as you know. This can be obtained by multiplying 60 with the 60. Okay, because in a 1 hour there is a 60 minute, and in 60 minutes there is a 60 seconds. Okay, so 1 kilowatt hour can further be extended. This 10 to the power 3 can be extended as a 1000, is written as such. Second is as such. What is extended as a joule per second? Second cancel out with the seconds. So finally we got joule here. How many zeros are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. And as we shift the decimal to that place, we got 3.6 and 6 zero are there. So the power becomes 3.6 into 10 raised to power 60. That is the energy equivalent to 1 kilowatt hour. That would be your objective type of question that would be coming as a 1 mark question. So this is all about today lecture. Today this chapter got finished, and I prepared this worksheet for you. So you have to complete this worksheet. Okay, these questions are too much simple. If needed, then I will provide the answers. You can see here how much energy equivalent to 1 kilowatt hour, that is 3.6 into 10 raised to power 6 joule. Now, second question, name the devices which work on Joule-Thomson effect, as I shown and discussed already. Next is third, analyze the appliances which work on a magnetic effect of the current, that is electric fan and wall clock. Next one is fourth question, describe the energy conversion that carried out inside bulb. So the energy conversion is like that. Electric energy first converted into heat energy, that converted into light energy. This is the energy conversion carried out inside the electric bulb. Next is question number 5. The electric bulb is connected with the source of 220-volt generator. The current is 0.50 ampere. What will be the power of the bulb? As you know the formula, that P is equal to Q, P is equal to IV. So we can multiply both the terms. 220 volts multiply with the 0.50 ampere, that is half ampere. So we got 110 watt as the unit of that, as the answer of that question. So the answer of fifth question is 110 watt. Now question number 6. Why is the tungsten used almost exclusively? There is a mistaken. You can correct this spelling. Exclusively, exclusively for the filament of the electric lamp or bulb, because tungsten is a metal having very high resistance, and because of that property or Joule-Thomson effect, the tungsten got easily heat up and will produce light. So mostly using electric lamps. Now another is question number B, 6b. Why series combination is not used to connect home appliances? Because of two reasons. One is, as we, because of our as our previous knowledge, that in case of series combination the resistance count must be high, so we do not use the series combination for connecting home appliances. And the second reason is that there is a problem in a series combination. If one of the appliances is stop working, then other appliances will also not will also stop doing work. So we do not connect all the appliances, home appliances in series combination. So this is today. This is all about today lecture. Tomorrow I will start the new chapter. Okay, till that, revise these questions, learn these questions, and memorize them. And if you interact with some difficulty, you can ask.